The Secret to the Leos. June 16, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. The secret to the Leos is that they are working for private corporations as private security personnel, and some of those corporations don't like America. Some of them are run by men who want to rob and pillage this country, or who work for other corporations who have similar nasty goals in mind. The Leos working for such corporate managers know which side their bread is buttered on, so as corporate employees eager for advancement or at least job security, they turn a blind eye to their responsibilities under the constitutions and to the public. So it isn't the Leos so much as it is the corporate managers directing them and letting them know, on the sly, what they need to do and the attitudes that they need to adopt to keep their jobs. If you have bad men and thugs on a police force, you have bad mid-level bureaucrats and bad elected officials misdirecting and misinforming these men. It's really as simple as that. Where we can exert the pressure is by doing what I have long advocated, declaring our proper political status and populating our state assemblies, and, as assemblies, pulling the charters of these organizations that have acted against the public good and in an unlawful manner. The California State Assembly, which is the actual owner of all these wrong-headed corporations, can liquidate, for example, the Santa Barbara Police Department and the Office of Santa Barbara Police Commissioner. You then have your duly elected assembly sheriffs ready to go, so there is no lapse in protection and the incorporated entity is simply dissolved, allowing the constitutional and lawful sheriff to walk in and take possession of the facilities and equipment that have been bought with the people's money. The bad politicians and bureaucrats and Leos who won't do the job they were entrusted to do are left with a pink slip and a not for rehire recommendation on their records. It's easy as pie to put these incorporated entities into a bind where they do their jobs and honor their obligations to the public, or b are replaced, once our assemblies are fully populated and lawyered up. Monsanto poisoning crops and people? Gone, either directly or via international complaint. Microsoft or Raytheon or State of Rhode Island misbehaving? Gone, gone, gone. Once the dog wakes up, it can wag its tail. So again, the power is vested in the people of this country, and once they get organized they can exercise it, peacefully, lawfully, with authority, and without question. All it takes is to organize and grow and populate and, most important, educate the members of the State Assembly. No need to fight anyone over anything. Just demonstrate that these corporations have engaged in unlawful activities or failed to act responsibly for the public good, and they are outta here. Lying media conglomerates? Busted. Big Pharma, AMA, CDC, NIH, busted. Telecom companies weaponizing civilian airwaves and utilities as defense contractors, busted. We can knock them down like 9 pins, and it will take only a few examples to shove all the others back in line, because they won't want to suffer the same fate. Warren Buffett is no fool. Why do you think he pulled in his horns and got Bill Gates off his board of directors? He is old enough to remember what a state assembly, a real, properly populated state assembly, can do. He saw our warning and reminder to Larry Fink when Larry thought BlackRock, Inc., was going to play crack the whip. He knew, and he turned tail and cleaned his nose and circled the wagons at Berkshire Hathaway. And as for their running dogs, the corporate courts? The Leos? The district attorneys? They don't have a thing to say to us once the assemblies organize their courts, except to say, yes, ma'am, right away, ma'am. As good employees who are well directed should. So you see, the secret to regaining control of this whole mess only requires knowing and declaring who we are, organizing our state assemblies, staying in our lane, and applying our lawful authority. And how do we do all that? www.theamericanstatesassembly.net, today. Links to Anna's articles and resources can be found in the video description box. Thank you for subscribing, liking and sharing. If you enjoy having Anna's latest articles made into videos, please consider making a purchase from Ed's website sacredintuitiveelements.com. Thank you.